Kike, just to be in this position, you guys forced a Game 7 last night. Just when you think about the emotions, the feelings going into this one, how would you put it to words?
There was a lot of emotions last night. Today, everybody's really excited. I don't think there's one person in either locker room that didn't dream as a kid playing in Game 7 of the World Series, and it's here in front of us. So, it's been a great World Series, and the World Series now it's going to get decided on who plays best during one of those games.
You've been in a Game 7 before. Just what have you learned from these games, and how have they prepared you for a game like today?
I played in two Game 7s in the NLCS, and then one in the World Series. The one I played in the World Series was a little bit of a different story for me because I got to pinch hit in the second inning. I got hit by a pitch, and the next pitch we lined out into a double play, and that was it for my game. I got to watch for 7 innings, and it felt pretty helpless. And tonight I get to play, which is exciting. And I think experience is what it is. I think this is you can't really think of, oh, I already had the experience of Game 7 because these guys are coming off of Game 7 against Seattle. So we just gotta take it as any other game. But we know what's at stake, and we need to have that urgency. But at the same time, be patient and not try to win the game in one specific inning. We just gotta play our game, play sound, fundamental baseball, and hopefully we come out on top.
Okay, your sample size of postseason games is pretty large, over 80 games. What do you attribute all the success that you've had in
over
October
100.
to?
It's been over 100.
Yeah, sorry, it's over 100. But what do you that's a pretty big chunk. What do you kind of put your success on for that with those games?
I don't know. I feel like I've had to answer this question too many times, but man, it's just when else would you rather do it than in the postseason? Everything is heightened. The focus is heightened. The intensity is heightened. The electricity in the stadiums. Everything is different. You can't compare a playoff game to a game in the 162 because the reality is it's not the same, not even close. And I don't know. The chaos brings out the best in me. It's the best way I can put it into words, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Is there something about your personality you think that lends yourself to these kind of games?
Personality, yeah. The fire, the desire, the heart, my brain. My brain's all over the place, man. I got really bad ADHD, and I think these are it's almost like when you're in school and you have a project for 2 months and then you leave it for the last day. Like the way my brain works is like I'm not gonna do anything till the last day, and that's I'm gonna prepare everything on that day, and that's kind of a similar way. Like I'm able to stay in the moment and stay really, really focused for 9 innings or 18 innings. So I don't know. It's just I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Kike. All the Blue Jays relievers yesterday wrote 51 on their hats as a tribute to your teammate, Alex Vesia. What's that mean to you, given, the stakes of the World Series, but they are realizing that there's things bigger than baseball?
Yeah, I didn't notice till Bassett. Actually, it was actually after Bassett struck me out, and I was looking up at the board to see the replay, and that's when I saw that he had 51. And instead of being mad that I struck out, I was kind of going back to the dugout thinking, did Bassett play with Vesia at any point? And then obviously after the game, I saw that everybody had him. Man, for those guys to do that, it's incredible. They're trying to win a World Series, but they understand that this is, life is bigger than baseball, and baseball is just a game. And for them to do that, and with the stake where we were at with the stakes, it's hats off to them. And I want them to know that we appreciate them, even regardless of what happens tonight. We appreciate what they did.
Hey, Kike. The managers are trying to figure out pockets and usage and all that kind of stuff. As a player in a game like this, is it just a matter of follow where the game takes you and know that the only time you really have any control is when you have the bat in your hands?
Yeah, I mean, when you get drafted, when you sign, and you're younger in your career, the thing that you hear the most is you need to learn how to control what you can control, and you need to let go of what you can't. And we've been here in our whole careers, and here we are now in like Game 7. Like the only thing we can do is play the game, right? When we're offensively, if we're in the dugout, there's nothing you can do but cheer for your teammates. When you're in the box, the only thing you can do is swing at the right pitch or not. Try to get on base, do whatever you can. Then you move on to the bases and run the bases. Is all you can do. And then when you're on defense, you're just hoping the ball gets hit to you and you make a play. So you just got to play the game, man. You got to play the game and let the game come to you.
Second.
Hey, both Miggy and Teo were in here yesterday talking about offensively, just wanting guys to not, worry about failure as much, kind of be more freed up at the plate. Obviously, you guys came out pretty aggressive last night, were able to build a big inning. Do you feel like as an offense, just the approach last night, some of the results you guys had, just kind of put you in a better space going into tonight, especially after the game's back in LA?
I mean, yeah, we won. So if we didn't win, we wouldn't be here today. But at the end of the day, we had one good inning, and it seems like that's been the theme throughout this World Series. But yeah, definitely. I mean, we got to come out aggressive. If he's struggling with command, then we take a step back. But I'm sure he's going to come in pounding the strike zone, so we got to stay aggressive and then let the game dictate what the approach should be. But I mean, we were able to score 3 in one inning, and what I take from that is that we were able to get 2 big hits with runners in scoring position, which has been a struggle for us to come in and get base hits with runners in scoring position. So hopefully tonight we can do the same thing.
Kike, I'm going to ask in English and Spanish, if you don't mind answering in both. Last couple games, Dave has had to tweak his lineup and his defense because of that, and obviously you're a key part of that with your versatility. The question is, how much pride do you take in that and facilitating that for Dave?
I mean, I take an enormous pride in that, even though I've only played 2 positions this World Series. The reality of things is that my versatility is what's kept me in the big leagues all these years. And the best thing that baseball has is we play on both sides of the ball. We don't only play on one side of the ball. Some people do. Some people do other things like show. They get to pitch and hit, But for me, it's finding a way to impact the game one way or the other. And, my bat hasn't really been there that much this series. But, I still, like every great defender in the league, I'm sure every great defender wants every single pitch. They want the ball hit to them, and that's what I take pride on, And
that play last night was obviously so important. Take me through that, like from where you're positioned. Are you looking at your card? Do you just know that that's where he's likely to hit it? And then when you come up throwing, are you seeing Barger as you're making that catch, or is it instinctual? Just take me through that.
I was like, I don't know how to say it, side to side, like whatever. Like I was where I needed to be, but I was 7 feet shallower than the card wanted me to be, because I was expecting or anticipating Jimenez hitting a ball in the 6th hole, and given the fact that Barger's pretty fast at second base, I wanted to position myself in a position like where I was shallow enough to charge in on a ground ball base hit. I was able to charge in and not have to force a throw to home plate where I had to throw it over the cutoff man. So I wanted to be shallow enough to where I could keep the runner at third, but also the batter runner at first base and keep the double play alive because there was only 1 out. And then obviously once that ball got hit, I mentioned last night that, every time, it doesn't matter where we are, what stadium it is, the human element of the crowd, they're cheering. They can be as loud as they want, but like for a split second, as soon as the pitcher's about to deliver the ball, every time it doesn't fail. The stadium goes quiet for like a split second at release, all the way to contact or swing and miss, whatever it is. And that little amount of quietness was the one that allowed me to hear the broken bat, and I was able to get a really good jump on the ball, come in. And as far as like looking at Barger, I guess it's instinctual, but like when I'm playing, like especially left field, when I'm coming in, I have the whole field in front of me. You're looking at the ball, but you can still, like, by looking at the ball, you can still feel where the runners are. And I felt like he had, extended his lead or like, I don't know, whatever it was. I felt that he was far away from the bag, but I couldn't look at him because I didn't even know where the ball was because the ball was in the lights the whole time. So I just went to where I thought the ball was going to land. And sure enough, at the very end, ball got out of the lights. And for like a quick glance, I wanted to get him out a second. I knew I needed to be quick and perfect. So I gave a slight look at third base to see if he was going to tag because I don't want him to be safe and then also allow the runner to score if, I could keep him at third base. And when I saw that he wasn't tagging, that's when I decided to throw to second base. And I didn't have enough time to adjust my hips to make a good, strong throw. So I thought I needed to be careful with the throw. And I wanted to long hop it, but I was coming in full speed in a different direction. And my arm angle didn't allow me to long hop it. And Miggy made an unbelievable pick.
We've all heard plenty about how much money the Dodgers spend on player salaries. But I'm wondering, as a guy who's been around the league and played for a number of organizations, what do the Dodgers do that help you guys be successful that goes beyond just spending money on players?
Communication between the players and front office, players and coaching staff. When they gonna do something, in terms of whatever it is, travel or whatever, they always ask us. And I'm sure you guys heard, last year we met, a few players met with front office and to talk about traveling in the postseason, and we gave them our point of view, which was very different to the sleep doctor, what the sleep doctor thought we should do, and we changed the traveling plans and we kept it going this year. But it's just they have our best interests for everything, and they want to make sure that not only do we have what we need, but we're also happy with what's going on. So I think to where other organizations, they're maybe we're going to do things our way, and you're just a player, you work for us, But I think these guys just want us to be make sure that we're on top of our game at all times. So if you need a guy to be on top of their game, why not ask that person, what do you need to be on top of your game? And I think that's something that they do different than maybe not other organizations do.
I've got a fun one for you. Your headband, of course, it says believe. How much is it being a Ted Lasso fan, and how much is it just the reminder of it's plain and simple, you have to believe tonight?
Both. I got it because I'm a Ted Lasso fan, and the timing is right. I mean, didn't bring it out till the last two games.